Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about multiplying complex numbers. Now before we get into this example, we have to understand a couple of things. First, we have to know that the square root of -1 equals I. Now I covered this in my other videos, so if you are unaware of taking the square root of negative numbers, make sure you check out that video. Now, at this point right here, we have the square root of -1 equal to I. Well, this is an equation, and if we manipulate this equation, if I simply just square both sides, I now have the square root of -1 squared equal to I squared. And now this simply becomes, well, this cancels out this square root, and we have -1 equals I squared. So we know that I equals the square root of -1, and we know that I squared equals -1. Well, we're going to need that information to go ahead and find a solution to this problem. So here we have 7 plus 2i times 7 minus 2i. Now, you're simply just going to do FOIL here. And if you're looking at this, we can see that this is actually a difference of two squares. So I'm going to go ahead and perform FOIL. So we're going to do 7 times 7, which is 49. And then if we look at our outside terms and our inside terms, you see that they're going to cancel out. And that's because they are a difference of two squares. So we actually don't have to write those terms here, because it'll simply be -14i and +14i. They will cancel out. So we just do the last terms. We'll do 2i times -2i. Well, that's going to be -4i squared. And now at this point, we want to step back and look. Well, I know that I squared equals -1. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this I squared with -1. So now I'm going to simply have 49 minus 4 times -1. Well, this is going to become 49 plus 4, or simply the answer here is going to become 53. So your answer for this problem will be 53. Okay, why don't we go ahead and try another problem here. So let me erase this. And let us use 5 minus 6i. So 5 minus 6i times 4 minus 3i. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing here. Now notice these are not a difference of two squares, so we're going to have to go through the whole FOIL operation here. So we're going to do first. So first would be 5 times 4, so that's 20. Our outside terms, 5 times -3i, well that's -15i. And then we have -6i times 4, well, that's going to be -24i. And then we have -6i times -3i, which is going to be positive 18i squared. So at this point, we want to step back. We want to see if we can combine any like terms. So by looking at this, I see that I have a -15i and a -24i. Well, this is going to become, so we have 20, and this is going to be -39i. And then we just do plus 18i squared. And again, notice that I squared equals -1, so we're just going to replace that here. So we have 20 minus 39i, and then plus 18 times -1. So we just replace the I squared with -1. So we rewrite 20 minus 39i, it's -18. Combine your like terms, we have here and here, and we will have a final answer here of, let's do it in a different color, 2, right, and then minus 39i, and that right there is your answer. Also remember, you should always write a complex number in this form, a plus bi or a minus bi, where a is your real number bi is obviously your imaginary number. It should always be in that form. And you can see here, we're in that form. So that is how you find, or how you multiply complex numbers.